Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Robbie with me. We've just beaten Preston North End 3-0 here at the Deepdale Stadium. Rob, what did you take from Arsenal's performance today?
Yeah, no, it's a very good performance, you know what I mean? Like Lee was just saying, they're no mugs, Preston, you know what I mean? They've got some good players. They've been doing okay. They're a fully established championship team.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I thought it was going to be a lot tougher game, but I thought that we played so well, controlled the game right from the start, that they found it really difficult, you know what I mean? I think we showed our class today, really showed our class, really, you know, I like what Arteta did, you know what I mean? The changes that he made, we all said it when we was coming up and we saw the team, you know.
That's went strong.
Yeah, that's a strong lineup, you know, and a lineup that should be enough, you know, to win this game. And he's taking the competition seriously. You can see by the lineup. And
is that what you wanted? Is that what you want to see? Because you know, there's times in the past you might have turned your nose up a little bit at this competition, but did you want to see him?
Listen, the competition, you're always going to see lots of changes in it, right? It doesn't get fully serious sometimes until you get right till the end of it, like semis and that. But fair. I thought he put a strong team out there. He sent a lot of respect to, you know, he showed a lot of respect to Preston by the team that he put out. You know what I mean? He was obviously realised that, you know, you have to come and put a good team. It's a full house here tonight. It was. You know what I mean? You know, this sort of area of the country, fans are passionate, you know what I mean? And so it's not going to be an easy game when you come up to a place like this. So I'm glad that he did that, and, you know, they delivered for him. The team delivered for him tonight, and the star of the show was Nwaneri. The youngster, what a goal he scored. And it wasn't just his goal, it was just everything about his game today. His movement, his dribbling, his passing. He hit the crossbar later on.
He did.
He was outstanding today. He was a star of the show. And we got a star. We got another Starboy on our hands.
Yeah,
with Nwaneri.
Does that put I don't want to put a negative spin on it, but him being the star, does that look bad towards any of the other players? Or is that just part of a good team?
No, of course not. It was a great team performance. Yeah. You know, the team set the tone by the way we controlled the game, and allowed a player like him to really flourish, you know what I mean? So it was a great team performance, but he was the standout player. He was the star of the show. And, you know, we remember we was all at that game when he came on at 15 years old. Yeah. And I remember there was some pundits at the time having a go at Mikel Arteta, saying, you're just doing that to make that be about you and that. And I'm like, well, are you on the training ground looking at this kid every day? They're not going to throw a 15-year-old kid on for Arsenal Football Club if he's not super talented, right? And we are now seeing that he's a super talented kid. And there's so many like young talented players now emerging across Europe. You see at Barcelona, you've got Yamal, you've got all these players, right? And Nwaneri, I'm not saying he's in that bracket yet, but he's our guy that's emerging. He's the new star boy at Arsenal.
Well done to say yet there, but he scored an absolute crack of a goal. Keeper didn't even move. Can see he's beaming with confidence. What does it take for you? I think Lee made a good point. We've had a tough start to the season. What does it take for you to see him start a Premier League game? Is it right to just bleed him in slowly, or is it time to
doing the right thing
campaign to get him in?
They're doing the right thing with him. Everyone's shouting, put him in, jump. Listen, he's got plenty of time. Yeah. There's plenty of time. You know what I mean? He's an emerging talent. You know what I mean? I think they're easing him in the right way. You know what I mean? Like, let him play 90 minutes in this game, be the star of the show, bring him in on certain games. You know what I mean? I think their approach is right. You haven't got to go throwing him in, you know, because as quick as, you know what fans are like, as quick as we big him up, he gives a ball away, they go down the other end and score, then he'd be like, why is he playing, why is he in already? So I think the way they're handling him is perfect, you know, but he's certainly an unbelievable talent. We saw it in pre-season as well, how good he was, and you know, even at pre-season we were saying, you know, he's someone, he's ready right now. I remember we kept saying he's ready.
Yeah, he's ready.
Right, so he's more than ready now, you know what I mean, and he's a star. He's a star in the making, and, you know, again, there was a lot of fans and people saying last season that, you know, Mikel Arteta doesn't give kids a chance. Well, he's giving Lewis Skelly lots of chances so far this season, you know what I mean, in big games, coming at Tottenham, City,
Champions League as
you know,
well.
He came on ahead of Zinchenko last week, and then again, you know, today he's played a big part, and Nwaneri's played a big part. So the kids are getting a chance here, and it's great to see.
Yeah. Any players aside from Nwaneri that stood out to you that kind of made a claim that you want to see them playing, maybe starting against Newcastle? I know it was nice to see Timber. I think fans were a bit worried to see that he was going to be injured, but Timber was there.
It's good to see him back. I thought Jesus played well today as well, scored a nice goal. Right, I thought as well that Jorginho was very good today. Good, what I mean? Like he controlled the midfield. He was really good in there, and I thought Zinchenko played well as well. You know what I mean? It's the type of game for him, innit, where a team sit deep so he can invert a lot, and he just controlled.
Oh yeah, he was in the midfield a lot. But he's a bit of a forgotten player.
In the first half, he was sort of controlling the game. He had so many touches and. You know what I mean? So I thought some of those guys, you know what I mean, they put forward themselves. This is what we want, innit? When it's these sort of games, make a claim. Make a claim. Remind the manager that you're there. Remind the fans that, don't worry, if this player's out, I'm here. Or not even just, I'm just a fringe player, I'm ready to start. You know what I mean? So I thought Zinchenko did well. I thought Jorginho as well and Jesus, those three in particular, I thought did really, really well today, you know what I mean? So
was it nice to see the squad come alive and see a squad of Arsenal and get the job done? Because there's fans complaining in the transfer window. We didn't really make. We didn't
complaining about the squad.
The squad, yeah. Right? So
we got a good squad, man. I keep saying to people, we've got a good squad. Whether it's going to be good enough to get over the line, we'll find out at the end of the season. But we've got a good squad. Yeah. If we didn't have a good squad this season, we would have been bang in trouble with the amount of injuries we've had. We
would have struggled potentially today.
At one time, I was looking at the team today. I was like, yeah, that team. Towards the end of the game, that team's stronger than we had out on Sunday against Liverpool. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's fair. The back line was.
Right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the amount of injuries we've had this season to key players. If we didn't have a good squad, we would have been in trouble. Right? So we've got a good squad. You know what I mean? We've got a good squad. I don't get this thing. You know what I mean? You see me and Turkish arguing when he said 2 out of 10 for it's rubbish.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like it's in that window, I would have loved to have got a striker in, right? But we didn't get it. But it's a good squad. It's a good squad. It's a more than you could see by the team we put out tonight. There's loads of changes been made, and it's still a very good side. So. No, we've got a good squad, and we need it because we've got tough games. Look at the run we got. Look at Newcastle away on Saturday, right? Milan away, into Milan away next week, then Chelsea away. These are tough games. Preston away, like 4 or 5 away games in a row. On the bounce, none of them easy places to go to. I don't count this as an easy place to come to. I'm not saying we shouldn't come here and win. But I don't count it as an easy place. When you get a draw like this, it's not an easy game.
I'm glad Arteta took it seriously.
Yeah, you come here and mess around. You don't take it seriously. These sort of teams can turn them over. I remember a few years ago going to Sheffield Wednesday away, right? Like, what was that, 6-7 years ago, and getting turned over there because we didn't take that seriously.
Even the 2-1 when we beat them in 2-1.
Don't take these as serious. So it's a hard run we got coming up, and we need the squad. And I'm glad when I'm hearing that Gabriel might be all right. And that's good news because we're going to need this squad.